Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2024 induction to the Rome Sports Hall of Fame. And welcome to the Hall of Fame and Museum. My name is Brian Adey. I'm the co-chair of the selection committee. Again, welcome to everybody that's here. It truly is the house that Romans built, and we're happy to have you here today. Before we get into the ceremony, a few years ago, Dwayne and Phyllis Nemai donated this flag to the Hall of Fame in memory of Ruth Demers. And as such, yes, thank you. And as such, for all of our gatherings that we have, we start off with a Pledge of Allegiance. So if you would stand and join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'd also like to thank all of our members of our board of directors that are here today, the selection committee and induction committee, induction weekend committee headed up by Doug Arthur, and for all the Italians in the room, I apologize, Doug, to all the agita that I've caused you this year. I promise it'll get better. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank Coach Bill Fleet. Where is he? He's here. There he is, over there. Thank you, Coach, for all your help and guidance. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dave Spraglia, the Executive Director of the Rome Sports Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Brian. Good afternoon, everyone. He took my thunder when he said the house that Romans built. I want to welcome you to the 46th induction ceremony of the Rome Sports Hall of Fame. We're very proud to be doing this today for our 6 inductees. This is something we look forward to every year. It's one of our biggest events. I just want to make a notation that with the 6 inductees going in this year, that'll bring our total inductees up to 218. There's 181 males and 37 females. Our inductees this year: Glenn Bilby, Jesse Harris Boughton, the late Emmanuel Coleman Comito, Donnie Diudo, Lubert Lewis Jr., and Dave Mellon. I also want to mention that we have Assemblywoman Marianne Buttonshaw here that's going to speak briefly. Senator Griffo was supposed to be here. Unfortunately, a death of a senator, Senator Seward, passed away, and he is down there with the family. Joe always comes every year, and it's great to have him, and we understand that. I did invite the mayor. Unfortunately, he's moving this weekend, so he won't be here either. I do want to mention that, I don't know if it was mentioned earlier, just some housekeeping ideas. There is inductee memorabilia that they brought on the right-hand side behind the Copper City cabinet. At the end of the room where the mural is, we have cold water. The bathroom is behind the Coughlin cabinet if you need that. The other thing I wanted to say, and I'll take Joe Griffo's stance on this, is that Joe had Senate proclamations done for each inductee, which will be given at tonight's banquet. He says that's the only time of the year that the Democrats and the Republicans in the Senate agree on something. So I told him I would make sure I said that. But again, we'd like to welcome everybody. We congratulate our inductees. At this time, I would like to introduce our MC, Rome-grown gentleman, world-renowned author, Scott Petoniak.
Thank you, Dave, and welcome everyone. World-renowned might be stretching it a bit, but I appreciate it.
Okay, United States renowned.
Okay, United States. Well, maybe Rome-renowned.
You've been to a few Olympics.
I've been to a few, yes, been to a few. You know, it's always great to be back. I know these are difficult times for Rome, and we're all fairly heartbroken, particularly, you know, those who, you know, had to deal with the destruction of the recent tornado. But I was really heartened by the way that this community is pulled together. You know, it's what Romans do in good times and bad. So it's great to see, and just really hopeful that, you know, all the people who are dealing with this devastation, that you know, we continue to pull together and to help them out and build a better Rome than it was before. I also want to put a plug in for this museum. I do this every year. Some people get a little annoyed with me, I guess, but I think it's a shining light of this community, and I can't sing its praises enough. I've been very, very fortunate, you know, in my 39 years working for the Democrat and Chronicle in Rochester, New York, the newspaper, to cover a number of events, you know, regionally, throughout the state, throughout the United States, and throughout the world. And I can tell you what you have here is unique. It really is. It's an indication of the pride that we feel for the sports community, and sports is such a huge part of this being, you know, such a close-knit community. And I can tell you, in Rochester, and we have a population of over, you know, 1 million people when you include the suburbs, we have nothing like this. Syracuse has nothing like this. Buffalo has nothing like this. So it's something to be really, really proud of, and I really encourage you to, you know, to support this in any way you can, whether it's monetarily, whether it's donating your time, donating artifacts, convincing people to come here and visit. It truly is a jewel, and it's, I think it's a reflection of our community and what it means to people and stuff. So I can't plug this enough, and I think it's great that we keep alive our sports history here and that we honor people who make a difference, not only in our sports community, but in our community overall. And I, you know, this is, I think, my 3rd year of emceeing. I'll try not to screw up too many names tonight. But I can, you know, I can tell you firsthand, I've had, you know, up close view of the hard work that's put in to put, you know, this together every year. It just doesn't come together. They don't just snap their fingers. There's a lot of dedication and a lot of volunteer work here. And, you know, people like Dave Spiralia and Bill Fleet and Linda Harjung and Doug Arthur and Coach Buddy Evans, Ellie Bruce, Brian Adey, and so many others. They work so hard to keep this shrine going and flourishing and stuff. And I'd also like to acknowledge, you know, every year we also have college interns here. And if they're, I know Cara Bree Wiggins is here, and is Derek Puma here as well? Can you guys just come out here so everybody can see you? Because I think you deserve a round of applause too. They've done a great, great job this summer. And they've really expanded the social media coverage. If you're on Facebook, you know, you can see the work, and I like the trivia contests, and they've also been highlighting, you know, different artifacts that are in the museum. So great job. We really, really appreciate your efforts. Thanks so much. This is the start of what's sure to be a memorable day, particularly for the inductees and the award winners. We're going to honor a number of athletes, coaches, and teams past and present. And one of the highlights today is going to be the plaque hanging ceremonies that are going to take place in a little bit. And I know past inductees have remarked that this was their most rewarding part of the weekend. It's really special. And we're also going to you know, honor the Ellie Bruce Team of Distinction and acknowledge our Frank Clark Service Award winners. We encourage during the plaque hanging and so forth, have family members come on up, take pictures. If you want to take family pictures in front of the plaques, you're more than welcome. And as was mentioned, we have these memory books. I believe they're over on the table just around the bend here. You know, it's like going to a wedding or whatever. Put down some memories. And we're also going to have them at the dinner as well. So feel free to fill those out. I'd like to acknowledge this year's winners of the Ruth Demers Scholarship Award. And they are Amani Pugh and John Sherino. They were honored at an awards banquet at RFA last month. Dave Spiralia presented them with their plaques. And Amani was a three-sport athlete at RFA. She lettered in swimming and indoor and outdoor track. She was the New York State pentathlon winner in 2023 and 2024. And during the summer, she's taken the time to coach 6 through 15-year-old athletes in track. Our other Demers Scholarship winner, John Chirino, is another three-sport RFA athlete who lettered in football, hockey, and baseball. He's chosen the captain of the 23-24 Black Knights hockey team. He's volunteered at various sports youth camps and religious events through the years. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me here, I believe Smith Post, he's on the Smith Post team that is playing in the state championships right now in Binghamton, I believe. We hope to have an update on that maybe tonight, hopefully good news, and we'll let you know if we find out. But anyway, I just want you to know that it is another thing that the Hall of Fame does in honoring not only for, athletic achievement, but also academic achievement and community service. And these are two fine representatives of that, and perhaps future Hall of Famers down the road. It's my pleasure now to, we have Assemblywoman Marianne Buttonshawn here with us, and Marianne is going to come up and say a few words, and we really appreciate the proclamations that she's brought with us for all of the award winners. They'll receive those tonight. Marianne?
Thank you. Thank you, and first and foremost, congratulations to all the inductees as well as their families. Clearly, as you opened and talk about the importance of this community and the challenges that you're still facing, I think of the Rome Strong that I saw all weekend at the Tukalana Club, and so many individuals that maintain that strength. So this is an outstanding community that will continue to endure, as you stated. The facility we're in is phenomenal, and you're right. I travel across the state of New York. There's nothing like it. Each one of these inductees, today as well as in the past, are clearly athletes to the extent that we would define. But as you read their bios, they're more than athletes. They're community giving and giving back as coaches and so many other aspects. So those are the types of things that I thank you so much. So as we talk about difficulties that we face, it's evident when you look at just in the area of sports, of how important this community endures and stays together. So again, I thank all of you. I congratulate you and commend you for your leadership, not only in the athletic endeavors, but what you've done and beyond with the community, as well as your families that are so proud today, and so many Romans that are here today and beyond, right? We have more than just folks from Rome, New York. So God bless you all. As the senator I know wants to be here, as clearly this is something so close to his heart, and but he is guiding one of his great colleagues' families. So again, God bless you all the best, and I look forward to hearing more about each one of the inductees.
Thank you, Marianne. We really appreciate you taking time from your busy schedule to be here. Okay, let's get started with the program. First, by acknowledging our Frank Clark Service Award winners. They will receive their plaques at the beaches tonight. The award is named after Frank Clark, who was a longtime member of the Hall of Fame Board of Directors. He was active in numerous community organizations. And our first Clark Award winner is Rodney Dixon. Rodney was a superb athlete who earned Central and Ida League All-Star honors in football and stood out on the basketball court for Rome Free Academy. But as good as he was at playing sports, Rodney was even better at coaching them. And during a 3-decade-plus career that saw him coach hundreds of young players, it's apparent he had a positive and lasting impact, teaching them how to succeed not only in sports, but in life. Rodney started coaching 12 and under boys in the Fran Allison League in 1986. He later formed a highly successful AAU team known as the Adirondack Spirit, which enjoyed success throughout New York State. His checkers team, made up of players from Rome and Utica, wound up winning 23 of 25 local and regional tournaments from 1982 through 1990. In 1995, Rodney co-founded Midnight Madness at the Rome YMCA to provide wholesome, late-night alternatives for at-risk youth. The program was a rousing, life-changing success, and one of the reasons Rodney was named the Rome YMCA's Volunteer of the Year. Accepting tonight on behalf of him will be his younger brother, Robert Dixon, and Robert's here. Janet Bennett is here, and also, I believe, is Merlin here, his son? Could you all stand, please? Thank you so much for being here, and congratulations to Rodney. And again, we'll have more on him tonight. Our second Clark Service Award winner is Bob Van Scoik. Bob? Bob perfectly embodies the give-back spirit of Frank Clark. He spent 33 years teaching physical education in the Rome public school system with stints in elementary schools, Stroud, and Rome Free Academy. He also was an accomplished coach, spending 10 years guiding the Black Knights varsity tennis team and 16 years coaching varsity soccer, earning several league and sectional titles along the way, and I believe there's some proof of that here, right, Bob? With some photographs of some of those famous teams. Although he retired from teaching in 2003, Bob didn't retire from being heavily involved in his community. For the past 21 years, he's devoted countless hours to Rome's Special Olympics program, coaching swimming for 19 years and bocce for 16 years, while also assisting in golf and basketball. Over time, he's also found time to coach American Youth Soccer Organization teams and girls softball teams in the town of Lee. Please join me in applauding Bob Van Scoik for receiving the Frank Clark Award. Again, he'll be actually receiving it tonight at the banquet. Now for the Ellie Bruce Exceptional Team of Excellence Award. This award is sponsored by Ellie, who's one of the founders of the Rome Sports Hall of Fame and a longtime member of the board. Ellie, where are you? Right here. Ellie, come on out. Let's give her a big round of applause. She's another one of these selfless people behind the scenes who does so much to promote, Rome sports and all these athletes and coaches and so forth. So we just want to say thank you again, and you deserve another round of applause. Thanks so much. This year we are honoring the Rome Catholic High boys basketball teams from 1995-96 and 1998-99. Coach Jim Kenny's 1995-96 squad set school and Rome scholastic records with 23 consecutive wins, resulting in the Wings copping Inter-Valley League and Section 3 Class D championships and a number 4 ranking in the final state basketball polls. That team was paced by interleague all-stars Brendan Ryan, John Sanborn, and Brad Cox, and helped Kenny, who is a Rome Sports Hall of Fame inductee, earn Section 3 Coach of the Year honors. Not to be outdone, his 98-99 Wings team also claimed league and sectional crowns and reached the state Final Four. They finished with a 21-4 record and a number 5 final ranking. That team was paced by Center State Conference All-Stars Kevin Ryan, John Simis, is that how you pronounce it? Simis, and Dan Sanborn, and Brian Cox, who was named to the New York State Class D Final Four All-Tournament team. Both of those distinguished RCH teams spent some time during their respective seasons atop the state's Class D polls. We'd like to ask Coach Kenny and his players to come up and place their plaque on the wall right now if we could. Congrats.
Right over here.
Congrats. Congrats, man. Thank you. And again, you're more than welcome, the families, friends, come up and take your own shots if you'd like. Oh, not yet, guys. Uh-oh.
I just want to add one thing. In talking with Jim the other day, there has been an ongoing discussion among the two teams whom was the best. Jim will not admit it. However, and I hate to talk about this, but he says, at my funeral, I will have the answer in my suit pocket so they can all look at it and know who is the best team.
Hopefully you guys are going to have to wait a long time for that, okay? Congrats again. Okay, now it is time to introduce the newest members of the Rome Sports Hall of Fame. We're going to do so in alphabetical order. When the inductees or the representatives come up again for the plaque hanging, you're more than welcome to come up, take some photographs, and I'm sure they would appreciate it. You're going to be hearing more from them tonight. They're not speaking here today, but tonight they will get their time at the microphone. Our first inductee is Glenn Bilby. Glenn, come on up. One of the most talented athletes in Rome Catholic High history, Glenn excelled in hockey, football, and baseball, playing an integral role in helping the Red Wings win league, sectional, and state championships. Although he was a two-time All-Star in baseball and established school records for most rushing yards in a season and a career in football for Coach Dennis Skibitsky's Gritters, his best sport was hockey, where he became one of the first athletes in state history to make a contact sport varsity team as an 8th grader. Excuse me. A hard-nosed 195-pound defenseman for Coach Bill Fleet's Wings, Glenn garnered first-team All-League honors 4 straight years, while playing an integral role in RCH winning 4 Section 3 and 2 state championships. After a stellar hockey career at North Country Community College, where he was named a Conference All-Star in the school's Male Athlete of the Year in 1987, Glenn played for the Copper City Chiefs, coached 2 seasons of hockey at Proctor High, coached several seasons of youth hockey, and served on the Rome Youth Board of Directors. Congratulations, Glenn.
Come on, Lieutenant, move it along here. You got reduced? Oh, you got promoted? Sure.
Wait a second.
Derek,
Come
give me
on,
one
we
for
gotta
you.
get in, folks. Come on, there's other people who want to get up here.
Don't stop yelling at us here.
Typical G team. There we go.
You know, was Derek giving you a water? Congratulations, Glenn. That looks good up there.
Our next inductee is Jesse Harris Boughton. Jesse? Jessie was just 6 years old when she was introduced to drag racing. It took her all of 1 hour to fall in love with the sport. By age 14, Jessie was a member of her stepdad's crew. By age 20, she was debuting as a driver. And although her journey down the strips lasted only 8 years, the Lee Center native and 2000 Rome Free Academy graduate established herself as the all-time winningest driver, male or female, in the jet-powered dragster division. How about this for a record? She won more than 650 races and lost only once. She was a world champion for 5 consecutive years while competing for Hannah Motorsports out of Enfield, Connecticut. From 2007 to 2010, she was licensed to compete in other classes, including the Top Fuel Dragster category, the highest rank in the sport of drag racing in the National Hot Rod Association. Please join me in welcoming Jessie to the Rome Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations. You can bring the whole family up. Come on.
He's going to move them around after. So we're going to put it right Smile, please. Can you look down? Turn her look down. Should I have all my kids? Yep.
Now you have to check out her plaque because she is clearly the best dressed ever to appear on these walls here. She's got the best hat. You know, we've had ones with referees' hats and baseball caps and so forth, but she's got a great hat there. Our next inductee is Emmanuel Coleman Camito. And we'll have his son Salvatore here accepting on his behalf. Salvatore, come on up. Known fondly as Rome's Mr. Softball, Emmanuel Coleman Camito earned that moniker for his feats as a pioneering fast pitch player and manager.